What if I told you that your most valuable asset is in your house or your stocks or even the money in your savings account? Today, we're going to dig into what true wealth really means. And honestly, it's a total game changer for how you think about your financial future.
So let me ask you this right off the bat. What is your biggest, most overlooked asset? Just take a second to think about it. I'll bet it's not what you think. And figuring this out? Well, that's the secret to unlocking your real financial potential. You see, that asset is your invisible fortune. It's this hidden powerhouse that's more valuable than pretty much anything else you'll ever own. So let's pull back the curtain and take a look at what it actually is. Okay, picture a seesaw. On one side, you've got your financial capital. This is all the stuff you can count, right? Stocks, bonds, real estate. But on the other side, you've got your human capital. And that's the massive, incredible value of your future earning potential. True wealth is all about balancing these two.
So what is human capital exactly? Well, in simple terms, it's the total value of all the paychecks you're ever going to earn, but calculated in today's money. Think about it this way. If you could get a single lump sum right now for all the work you're going to do for the rest of your life, that's your human capital. It's the financial power of your skills, your knowledge, your experience, the whole shebang.
Now, this chart is fascinating. It's basically a roadmap of your entire financial life. When you're young, your human capital is huge. You have decades of earning ahead of you. As you get older, you start converting that potential into actual financial capital, savings, investments, you name it. The goal, of course, is to make sure that as one side of that seesaw goes down, the other side goes up even higher, keeping your total wealth climbing steadily upward. And that right there, that's the great alchemy of personal finance. It's about turning the invisible gold of your human capital into the tangible treasure of financial capital. This transformation, it's the most important financial journey you will ever take.
So you might be asking, what's the secret to this conversion? It's simple. Financial literacy. That's the engine that powers everything. It's what helps you save more, invest wisely, and manage debt. You can think of it as the instruction manual for turning your earning potential into real, lasting wealth.
But here's the thing. In the 21st century, the whole wealth-building game has completely changed. It's just not about stocks and bonds anymore. Let's dive into what modern wealth actually looks like.
Welcome to the world of digital assets. We're talking about everything from cryptocurrency to airline miles to all those photos you have stored in the cloud. Your wealth now exists in this digital realm. But here's the catch. A lot of these assets are completely invisible to traditional financial plans. And as this chart shows, some of them can vanish into thin air if you're not careful.
Building wealth can feel like a slow, steady climb, or it can be a rocket launch. This number, this is the rocket fuel, 75%. What do you think that represents? That, believe it or not, is the savings rate that could get you to retirement in under a decade. It's the core idea behind the financial independence retire early movement. You've probably heard of it as FIRE. It just goes to show it's not always about how much you make, but how much you keep. It's a pretty radical idea, but it puts you firmly in the driver's seat of your own financial destiny. Okay, but let's be real. For a lot of people, saving 75% of their income feels like an impossible dream. Why is that? Well, because so many are caught in what's called the middle-class squeeze, this powerful economic headwind that can make building wealth feel like you're trying to swim upstream.
This quote just absolutely nails it. It's the middle-class trap. You make too much to get any help, but not enough to really get ahead without struggling. It's that feeling of being on a treadmill, you know? You're running faster and faster, but you're just staying in the same place.
And this isn't just a feeling. It's a real economic problem. For so many, paychecks just are not keeping up with the soaring costs of the big things: housing, education, healthcare. This squeeze puts a huge amount of pressure on your ability to turn that hard work, your human capital, into actual savings. So, you've worked incredibly hard to build your wealth. Now we get to maybe the most important part: protecting it. And in our digital world, securing your legacy is more critical and, more complicated than it has ever been. Here's the central problem: the paradox of digital wealth. The same high-tech security that protects your assets while you're alive can become an impenetrable prison for your family after you're gone. I mean, think about a lost crypto password. It's not just an inconvenience. It's like taking a pile of cash and setting it on fire. That wealth is just gone, forever. So who actually controls your digital life when you're not around? The law has a pretty surprising answer. There's a legal framework that most states have adopted, and it puts a platform's own tools, like Google's Inactive Account Manager, at the very top of the hierarchy. That's right, the settings you click on a website can actually be more powerful than your own legally drafted will. This should be a massive wake-up call for literally anyone with a digital life.
So I have to ask you, seriously, where are your digital keys? Are they on a sticky note? Are they just locked away in your memory? Because if you don't have a clear, accessible plan, all that digital wealth you've built could just disappear into the void.
All right, it's time to tear up the old rulebook. Let's put all these pieces together and look at what a true, modern balance sheet really looks like.
Your true wealth, your total wealth, is this rich tapestry. It's your financial capital, for sure. It's your human capital, your future earnings. It's all your digital assets. But it's also your financial literacy. That's the thread that weaves it all together. And it should be protected by things like life insurance, which acts as a crucial safety net for your loved ones, making sure the value of your earning potential lives on no matter what.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final question. What part of your true wealth have you been ignoring? Is it your skills and future potential? Is it your digital estate plan? Maybe it's just your own financial education. Figuring out that missing piece. That's the first step to building and protecting a legacy that truly lasts.